When did you realize you were not the favorite child? Growing up, my mom had this rule about sick days. If you were too sick for school, you were too sick for anything fun. No television, no games, just rest in your room until you felt better. It seemed fair enough. What I didn't realize until I was 15 was that this rule only applied to me. I first noticed it when I had the flu and was stuck in bed for 3 days. From my room, I could hear the television downstairs. Cartoons, laughter, the sounds of my little brother Jake clearly not following the sick day rules. When I asked mom about it later, she said Jake had just been a little sniffly and didn't really need full bed rest. I started paying attention after that. Every time Jake got sick, he'd spend the day on the couch watching movies with mom bringing him special snacks. When my older sister Emma caught the same stomach bug I'd had the month before, mom set up a whole sick station in the living room with blankets, pillows, and her favorite shows queued up. But whenever I got sick, it was straight to my room with the door closed. "You need proper rest," mom would say, like she was doing me a favor. The pattern became impossible to ignore. Jake's allergies meant movie marathons. Emma's headaches meant soup and sympathy in the kitchen. My actual fevers meant isolation until I was completely better. I started keeping track. Over 2 years, Jake had been sick 11 times and never spent a full day in his room. Emma had been sick 8 times and got the living room treatment every single time. I'd been sick 6 times and spent a total of 18 days locked away upstairs. The breaking point came when I had pneumonia. Real, doctor-diagnosed, prescription medicine pneumonia. I was miserable, could barely breathe, and genuinely needed help. Mom brought me water and medicine on schedule, but that was it. "You need to rest and get better," she said, slamming the door to my face. That same week, Jake claimed he had a stomachache the morning of a math test he hadn't studied for. Mom immediately set him up on the couch with ginger ale and turned on Jerry and Tom for him. When I dragged myself downstairs to ask for help reaching something on a high shelf, I found them watching movies together, Jake clearly fine and laughing at the screen. "Mom," I wheezed, "I can't reach my medicine." She looked annoyed at the interruption. "Honey, you're supposed to be resting. Go back to bed now." That night, burning with fever and struggling to breathe, I realized the truth. When Jake and Emma were sick, they got comfort and attention. When I was sick, I got quarantined like it was COVID-18 all over again. The next morning, still sick but desperate for human interaction, I came downstairs and collapsed on the other end of the couch. "I'm feeling a little better," I lied. "Can I just rest down here?" Mom's face immediately hardened. "If you're well enough to be downstairs, you're well enough to go to school. Go get dressed." I went to school with pneumonia that day, came home exhausted and sicker than before. Jake was still on the couch, perfectly healthy, watching his 3rd movie of the day. "How was school, sweetie?" Mom asked, not looking up from where she was adjusting Jake's blanket.